Today we're going to look at the shape tool in Photopea. As normal, we're going to create a new project. It's going to be print A4, and I've already named it at the top before, shapes. So now you've got your A4 document. The shape tool is down here. If you have a look, you might have a different shape showing. It could be the rectangle to start with, probably. And behind there we have ellipse, line, and another tool that you can actually adjust the amount of sides that you want. So the rule today is to only use the top 4. Don't use any custom shapes, okay? Just the top 4 for this exercise. So there we have a rectangle. I'm going to just start to draw the shape, see what happens. I've drawn a long, thin rectangle. If we look at the top line here, we've got all the different tools that we can change this shape with. So the fill, you can choose your colour. I'll go to black for that. No, actually I'll stick to red because I can show you then that we've got a stroke, we've got a line around it as well. You might not want a stroke around it, you might want a simple shape without. I'll put a little line around it just for now. And also the width of the line. So I want that quite thin, so I'll have it quite thin like that. Okay, so there's my shape tool. If I go back to the move tool, just like we did last week, you'll see now, as long as I click transform controls, I can actually see that shape and I can move it around. I can actually make this bigger as well, or smaller, so it gives me the option to adjust it afterwards in the move tool, just like you did last week in the text or type tool. Let's create another shape then. Let's go down to the next one, which is an ellipse. Oops. Let's try that again. There we go. And you can draw an ellipse or something that looks a bit like a circle. And I can colour it in a different colour. So I'll try black now. Again, back to the move tool. Move it around. You can make it bigger, smaller, do whatever you want to do with it. Double click on it and you have that's that shape. Something else you can do, you might not be aware of, if you click on your shape layer and drag it to the one that looks like a turned up bit of paper, you get 2 shapes. It's copied it. Can't see it because it's on top of the other one. I've got my move tool selected and there it is. Ooh, and you can make it bigger, smaller, do whatever you want with it. Okay, double click on there and that's where it stays. Can I go back and change the colour of this one I've copied on the copied layer? Should we have a look? Let's go back to the shape tool, the shape 2 copy, that's the one. Can I fill in a different colour? Yes, I can. So even though I've copied that layer, I can adjust it afterwards as well. Something I want to show you which might be helpful today when you're starting to put type in later on is that in the window you can actually tick on these different things. Now the navigator is a pretty good one because sometimes you might want to zoom in to where you're working and see what's happening close up and then zoom back out then so you can see the whole of the page. You might want to go in or out and have a little look like that. Okay, so that's today's exercise and that is the shape tool. One more thing to show you, I nearly forgot, this tool. Now I've already set the sides to 3 because I want a triangular shape, okay? And again, you can have stroke and fill colour to whatever you want. There's my new shape. It's yellow at the moment. Just circulate that, get rid of that. And again, I can make it smaller, bigger, move it around, whatever I want to do with it. Also, something you can do, which you might find beneficial. I've just had that layer there. Look, it's on top. The yellow is on top of the shape 2. If I put it below, it's now on top. Okay, so I can go behind. So you can adjust your layers to have them. If I go back to there, where's that shape there? See, that's behind. I might want it on the top. I can just move that to the top layer, and now it's in front of that. So you can decide where these layers are going to be placed. When you've finished, as always, you save it. Save it as, export it as a JPEG, because that's what you want to save it as afterwards. You can also save it as a PSD first. If you want to keep all the layers, you can work on it again, and then you can then export as a JPEG, because you can only put JPEGs in your PowerPoints. Okay, so just remember that. Right, have fun.